Yeah.
Wake up,
New York. Knicks fans, where you at?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Woo. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Shut up. Huh.
Sun up on the bodega gate. Steam in the cup, we don't sleep, we skate. Work boots, lace, face the train. Same old grind, but we chase that rain.
From the curb to the court, we keep the faith.
Orange and blue on a crowded day.
Cold steps, warm heart, let the whole town know.
We've been built for the run, now we ready for the show. Oh, 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 oh. Hear that roar in the blocks, feel that pulse in the blocks.
We don't fold,
We don't fade,
we get loud.
we get paid. New York, stand up. Knicks fans, stand up. Wake up, wake up. Oh, champions run up. New York, stand up. Knicks fans, stand up. Blue collar high.
We don't give up. Yeah. Coffee in hand on the D-line ride. One more stop, got the whole team live. Uncle Freezie on the mic, let it fly. Tory B, got the city in the sky. From the deli counter to the overtime. Every brick in the block got a storyline. If you want that crown, better earn that glow. We've been on this road, now we ready to go.
Hear that roar in the blocks, feel that pulse in the blocks.
We don't fold,
We don't fade,
we get loud.
we get paid. New York, stand up. Knicks fans, stand up. Wake up, wake up. Oh, champions run up. New York, stand up. Knicks fans, stand up. Blue collar high.
We don't give up.
When the dawn hit the glass, we rise. From the tunnels to the bright daylight. Every step got a reason now.
Say it loud, we believe right now.
We believe. We believe. New York, stand up. Knicks fans, stand up. Wake up, wake up. Champions run up. New York, stand up. Knicks fans, stand up. Blue collar high.
We don't give up.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the premier Knicks in the Morning Time joint. The Knicks Morning Drive. Glad you guys are here to join us. I hope the beverage that you have, I hope your beverage of choice matches the circumstance. I hope that coffee is waking you up. Hope that iced beverage is helping you feel good. However you are getting your day started, I'm glad you are getting your day started with us. Right? We're gonna talk some Knicks. I'm gonna keep you on time. We might mix in a little bit of other stuff, but before we do anything, we have to make sure we bring up my partner, my ace in the mornings, the incomparable Tory B. Yo, good morning.
Good morning, good people.
How you doing?
I mean, I'm here. I'm good.
Scratching and surviving, right?
That's right.
Yo, everybody, I was telling Tory B a little while ago that I thought today would be the day that we started celebrating our championship, and unfortunately, there's more work to do. So, Chet, I want to get your sense on how you feel about the series. Tory, how you feel about tonight's game?
Um, Confident. I still think our team is the better team. I just don't know what we're gonna have to face on the other side of that whistle. Like we was a better team in game one when they stifled our play. We're the better team in game two when they stifled our play, and we were the better team in game three. Even though we didn't play well, we still should have came out with the victory. But they again with that whistle stifled us. So I don't know what's gonna happen today. I mean, I feel like been so much backlash that they're not gonna have a choice but to call the game fairly. But what does that look like? Does that look like a ton of quick whistles against everybody, or does that look like a little bit of physicality and they're gonna call it down the middle? What does that look like? So I don't know. I'm still confident that we're gonna come out on top, but officiating makes me very nervous.
The NBA has a very serious problem. For one, problem number one is a lot of fans believe the NBA is rigged. That's problem number one, right? And when I say rigged, I mean rigged on all levels, right?
Yes.
Like that's a problem for the NBA. It's hard for you to call it sports when the outcome is impacted by the referees or impacted by the commissioner, right? It's not like I think the NBA is in that state that boxing used to be in a long time ago. Like, unless you knock somebody out, if you put it in the judge's hand, they're gonna steal it from you, right? That's what it seems like, right? Um, One of the things, also, um, these tanking teams making the NBA finals bothers me, right? The OKC that tanked after Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook were traded. The San Antonio Spurs decided to tank when DeJounte Murray got hurt, and then
The
they
second
traded
time. This is the second time because they tanked for Tim Duncan.
for Tim Duncan, right? Right. These teams tank their way to a championship, and then you're mad when everybody tries to do it. But the thing is you let it be known that if you tank, whether it's the right way or the wrong way, you may end up with a superstar, and you may end up an NBA champion. And so even with that, when you see these tanking teams like the San Antonio Spurs and Wemby play against a team that legitimately rebuilt their organization on the long, hard road of swings and misses until you get the right combination of players, you do it the right way, and then you face the microwaved champion, right? In OKC. And what I assume they want to be the San Antonio Spurs. And so it's a problem for me to watch. When you see a guy take another guy and just throw him down by his head, and you call absolutely nothing and get mad at Brunson for complaining to the ref. Because remember, Jalen Brunson complained to the ref in game two. Game three, it was all out war on Jalen Brunson, right? And then when you watch our guys, Mikal Bridges, run with the guy and brushing him shoulder for shoulder, and you call him on foul twice, right? But Stephon Castle runs through Jalen Brunson like a tackle drill, and you only call that a foul. Clearly, the message has been sent that you either need the money so bad that you want this thing to go 7 games, regardless who the winner is, or you already have the champion picked out, and you're going to do everything that you can to make sure that champion becomes the champion.
Yes. Yes. And the NBA has a problem, and the problem is social media because everybody can see what you're doing. It's not
Right.
1997 when you all you relying on is the news and the fact that you watch the game. Now
Right.
everybody's zooming in and they got 4K and 4D and whatever else they got, and they can see every single solitary thing you're doing in real time. They
Right.
can show you that all three officials were within eye shot, very, very close when both Carl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson were being fouled. And
Right.
both of them rose to the level of a flagrant foul.
All night.
And this at the same time. Because I
Right.
didn't even miss. I missed them fouling Cat because I was so focused on what Wimby did to
Right.
Jalen. When they showed it back, I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
How you ain't called nothing?
How you didn't call anything
What
right then?
Spike Lee looked like he was getting ready to jump on what you call it back. He was up and jumping up and down so hard in front of his
Spike
team.
arms went up. I was like,
Spike was livid in that seat. I was like, look at him. But that
right.
would have been me, but I wouldn't have been able to contain myself because I would have jumped right in his face, like, you can't see. Gave him my glasses.
Right. The Wemby would have been like, Tory B, can you please sit down? So
Like,
that
you
we
not a part of the game.
Wait,
Yo.
oh, I'm sorry, he'd have said it in French. It is yeah, pay food is
And the only thing I could have said back was shaka bleh. And I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what it means.
only
I
thing
mean,
I would have
you
said
know,
is
you
I'd have been like Louis Vuitton. I don't know, something.
right,
You know?
something screaming something stupid back, just anything. Like while they dragging me out the arena, like
Right,
oh,
right,
there's no way I could have contained myself. But
right,
they know they have a problem because they had what you call it on ESPN. The head of their vice president of I don't want to say officiating because I know that that's not right because I can't think of this man's title. But he
right,
is like their vice president of like training and development for the officials.
right,
And basically they boss. They boss. And he's sitting on ESPN trying to explain to you what a foul is and what rises to the occasion of a flagrant and what dude, I don't need you to tell me. I could read and I've seen it a million times. Like
right,
I don't need you the viewing public is not dumb. Like we could see. And it's not even me being a Knicks fan. I said it when they was playing against OKC when Carter Bryant ran through SGA and they
right.
called it a regular foul. I said, what is this? Like,
What are
I
we
don't like
watching?
the Oklahoma City Thunder either. And this dude be flopping like crazy. But what is this? Like, what are y'all
Right,
letting them do? You know?
right,
So um when they did it to Jalen, I knew they wasn't gonna call that a flagrant because they didn't do it for SGA.
right,
And then they try to explain to you how it wasn't a follow through and what it has to do to rise to the level of a frag. Yo, this man picked up speed and ran through him with his. He tackled him. That's
right,
not a basketball play. There's and no natural move in basketball that requires that.
right,
So miss me. So yep, they're doing spin control and everybody and I get mad. Let me not do that because I only saw a clip. But I can only assume that they didn't ask any of the right questions. They just let the man talk, and that's with orders. You're not going to embarrass the man on national television. Like he came up
right,
here and he came up here to do spin control, and y'all got to sit here through it. But there's no way that they asked him any of the questions that fans wanted to hear. Like we saw it, and you because he's explaining. Oh, we go over every game. So if you go over every game, when you watched over game one and you saw the shenanigans from Scott Forster, why he not suspended?
right,
Why him and his crew still get to officiate? I'm not Scott For yeah, Scott Forster. Because Scott Forster was running the replay in game three.
right,
That's what he was doing. He was in the center running the replay. So here you go. And then you get the next game when Benyana did the exact same thing to Alvarado, right? So why, if
right.
you went over the game, was he not given the technical for that?
Why is he not ejected?
Right. So here you go. He's doing the same thing 2 games in a row, and you got all these idiots on the internet talk about Jalen Brunson was grabbing his jersey. Everybody was grabbing jerseys all night on both teams. What does that have to do with him choke slamming him to the goddamn ground? I'm
Right,
trying to figure out how one thing equals the other. If he grabbed your jersey, grab his jersey.
right,
That don't give you the right to grab this man's neck and throw him on the ground.
Right.
They talk about he was flopping. He wasn't flopping. He got
Yeah.
thrown to the ground. You know,
He was thrown to the ground.
it is what it is. They didn't give him the flagrant like they were supposed to. And now we know that the officiating and their crew and the NBA are up to no good. And the shenanigans are absolutely real. Because they playing in your face. So now the Knicks are gonna have to win by 100.
Right.
They're gonna have to win by 100 to win these games. It's
Which we
outrageous.
should know that. I don't know why we don't know that already, though.
But I knew that coming in. But every time your team gets on a run, they start with the whistle.
Yeah.
And the guy that's the most impactful player on the floor is the person that's gonna get that whistle.
Yeah.
But I will digress because this is something that our team is gonna have to play through, and we did it for two games, and we're gonna have to do it again tonight. But the league should be ashamed of themselves, and they should be embarrassed, and they should feel like shit for putting out a product that is not genuine.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Now,
But money in politics, right? It's sports betting. I promise you, gambling is the reason for all of this. And at the end of the day, it has that, and analytics has absolutely ruined sports.
hey, you know what? Bim and Bim. Bim
Absolutely
and
ruined sports.
Bim.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because you can't go 2 feet without a commercial for putting a parlay on somebody. I don't listen. I promise you, for as much as I enjoy using them sites and doing a little bit of gambling, I know it ain't gonna matter in the grand scheme of things. But I'm not placing another bet. Like that's my little silent boycott. I'm good.
Right. One of my uncles told me something when I was like, yo, I can't wait. I was like, yo, I can't wait till I turn 18. This is like early 80s. Like, I was like, yo, I can't wait till I turn 18 because I want to play the lottery. He's like, fool, don't you know that's the poor people tax? And I was like, the poor people tax? He's like, yeah. And I was like, and at the time I didn't understand what he was saying. Right. But then as I get older, I'm like, yeah, that's why I don't do it, because my uncle messed it up for me. Yeah. Thanks, Unc, for ruining my experience before I could even get started. So, but keeping it a stack, I'm like, man, if we were in a situation where, sorry about that, y'all, the camera tried to go on a fritz. But if we were in a situation where the Knicks were a team that barely won a bunch of game sevens to get there, and the other team, you could find 1,000 excuses for the Knicks not to be there, I can dig it. But the fact that the Knicks were dominant and have a super talented team, and this is happening, I'm like, what the This is crazy.
But you can only stifle but so much, right? So we just need to get our offense back clicking. I don't anticipate that they're gonna let them be as physical as they were, because they know so many people. Like, you couldn't go 2 scrolls down on your Instagram feed without somebody complaining about the officiating in these finals. And it ain't just coming from Knicks fans; it's just coming from basketball fans in general. So it's like I can see it's like all these Knicks fans is no. It's literally coming from some everywhere. Analysts, commentators, people who hate the Knicks. They like, I hate the Knicks, but what they doing to them is atrocious. I'm like, wow. it's not just me being a homer.
Right.
So, I do believe they'll clean it up some, but I don't know what that cleanup looks like.
But Tory B, here's the thing, right? If it was just bad officiating, right, I would be like, well, you know what? I could see but it's not just bad officiating. I think the water hole has been poisoned. I think legitimately it's not, in my view, the officiated is slanted towards the Spurs.
Absolutely.
And has been since the playoffs started. Like, they picked their champ, and they're gonna step in places where they can help the Spurs.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. We can't. We have to blow them out. It cannot be a close game.
Right.
We can't because if there's a way to give them a W, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. I
Right. Because if you're not you, but just in general, if the fans of both sides are saying, well, the Knicks do stuff just as egregious as the stuff that the Spurs do, and I'm like, well, show me your evidence. Show
right
me
and
your
show me the
evidence.
time the whistle ain't blow.
Right.
Because I'm
Right.
not complaining about them giving us fouls. I'll never complain because we were fouling.
Right.
But the a level of physicality that's being allowed on one side of the ball is not being allowed on the other side of the ball. And
No.
that's my problem. You're calling the Knicks for ticky tack, bullcrap fouls in comparison to what you're letting them get away
Bridges
with
and Cat.
on the other side of the ball. You're giving them touch fouls. Were they fouls? Absolutely. But on the other side of the court, you're letting them do anything they want. I
Right.
never seen no stuff. You could go play by play. I've never seen Jalen Brunson, for all intents and purposes, is a superstar in your league. And he is getting the whistle that a rookie coming fresh out of a JV school you never heard of is getting.
Right.
Like where this dude came from?
Right.
Like, what?
Right.
And that's the whistle that they're giving him. He's not getting any. How do you allow them to beat this man up like this on every play? And they talk about he's not shooting well. Of course, he's not shooting well.
Right.
You wouldn't shoot well either if you had to fight through everything that they doing to you to get to the basket. Still think JB should pass the ball, but I'm just saying. Your shooting percentage will be way down too if they pulling your jersey, hand checking you, pushing you, knocking you off your block. Like,
Grabbing your
where is the whistle?
arm to keep you off balance.
And
Yes.
even when he get past them to get an easy shot at the basket, they fouling him all the way there. He's not getting the end one. What is the problem here?
We know what the problem is. We know what we know what the problem is. Will the NBA acknowledge like this thing is what it is? Like, for instance, if you get close enough to Wemby to touch Wemby, it's a foul. But if you're Karl Anthony Towns, remember this series started with Karl Anthony Towns theoretically, not literally, but theoretically, punching Wemby in the face. Remember, the series started with Cat ISO and Wemby at the top of the key and going by him like he was a traffic cone. That's how the series started, right? The series started with, oh snap, Wemby actually has to guard somebody, right? From that point on, Karl Anthony Towns has been. There was a point where we were thinking like Cat might be the Finals MVP, right? It wasn't a declarative statement, but it was a statement, out there. Like, if this thing keeps going like it is, Cat might be the Finals MVP, right? Which it matters and it doesn't matter. It matters and it doesn't matter. It matters in a sense that Cat's existence in New York City and as a Knick is legitimized, right? That's where it matters. But it doesn't matter because the most important thing is a championship, right? Those two things, right? The series starts with Cat taking it to Wemby. And since that point, every time Cat starts to do something, they blow the whistle, right? And here's the thing I want to point out to everybody, right? Just want to point out some stuff, how weird this series is. Every time the Knicks get ready to go on a run, just think about this for a second. And listen, I'm not saying this is the Zapruder film, right? I'm not saying, listen, y'all, I'm not saying that this is the Zapruder film. I'm not saying that we need a congressional hearing in order to break down play by play everything that happened. But if y'all notice when the Knicks were on the verge of blowing the doors off San Antonio, did y'all notice somebody ran on the floor to take a selfie? Anybody remember that? That seems like ages ago, right? That seems like ages ago, right? But to me, it seems like every instance of when the Knicks get ready to exert dominance, something happens. Something happens. And so what it does is it neutralizes our guys. Like, for instance, with a guy that's having a terrible series, in my opinion, a guy that should be dominating the series, Mitchell Robinson, he can't even play physically. Like, when's the last time y'all saw, has Mitchell Robinson grabbed 2 offensive rebounds back to back in this entire series? Like, we put up a shot, we missed, Mitch got it.
Yeah, he actually did in the last game, but it was only once.
Right.
It was only once.
Right. This is what I'm saying. This is like our guy, the cheat code for the NBA, our cheat code for the NBA, Mitchell Robinson, has not even been dominant in this series. And you can't force him to be dominant, because when he just plays regular, not cheater ball, I'm talking about physical ball, put your body on somebody, y'all wrangle around and see who gets the rebound. You can't even do that in the series. Mitch has to just let these guys do whatever it is, and so he won't get blown for the whistle. And so and it takes away one of our superpowers. And it's just calls like this throughout this. Is Tory B, listen, tonight the Knicks have to win by 217 in order to basically win. Basically what I'm getting at.
Agreed.
The Knicks can't miss a shot tonight in order to win.
It's insane. And it's insane to know that there's fans of this franchise that have been waiting desperately for this moment, and you're robbing them of it. If my team loses, they lose. But let it be genuine. Let it be because we lost, not because you took it away from us.
Right.
But I'm gonna get out this little mold, because I feel like I'm about to build my Soul plays back. So I'm gonna get back into my team better than your team. And that's the way I'm gonna stay at. So
Right.
they just need to go out there and play Knick basketball. And Knick basketball is better than Spurs basketball any day of the week. I'm sorry. That's where I'm going. I got to get back in a positive mind state, because they're not gonna stress me out today.
Right. It's 9:30 on the East Coast. Everybody, if you have somewhere to be at 10 o'clock, you got about 30 minutes. I'm sure traffic on the LIE is traffic on the LIE. Right.
And I'm about to go sit in it, so it's gonna be disgusting as always.
Right. It is what it is, right? And also, if you have somewhere, if you were supposed to be at work at 9 o'clock, you're late. Just real quick, I'm gonna ask this other chat and get back to the Knicks basketball. Somebody asked me the other day, my preference: a sausage, egg, and cheese on a butter roll, or a cream cheese bagel from the Jewish shop. And when I thought about it, I was like, what kind of question is that? A bagel from the Jewish shop with cream cheese? How can you? And then you think sausage, egg, and cheese is good though. So don't chat. Yeah, somebody what do y'all prefer? What do you prefer? Chat. This is what do y'all prefer? The sausage, egg, and cheese on a butter roll, or a cream cheese bagel from the Jewish guys? Which one you prefer? Hey man, them bagels be banging. But anyway, so Tory, what do you expect from tonight?
I expect our guys that were no shows to step up today. I expect big games from Mikal Bridges, Carl Anthony Towns. I expect us to get back to Knick basketball tonight. They got their little punch in the mouth, and now it's their turn to respond. And they better do it in grand fashion, or we're gonna be in trouble.
Oh, we're gonna be in trouble, boss.
Yeah, we're gonna be in trouble. If they don't respond in grand fashion, we're gonna be in trouble. I need them to be exasperated. I need the ball to move, and every time it moves, it to go in. And then coach over there stressing himself out, trying to figure out why the refs can't stop it.
Right. Not gonna lie. I think I'm with you. I do want to give the Spurs credit for taking some things away from
So
from
great team.
yeah, because
Great young team.
yeah, because basically what they did in game 3 is what we used to do to teams, and they hit us with it, and it worked, and it only proves to me that what we were doing before works. So basically what they did is took Wemby away from the basket, put him at the top of the key as a ball handler, and then started hitting guys cutters and stuff to have them finish at the rim. It's why you saw it looked like a march of dimes to the rim with Stephon Castle and others in game 3. Wemby's away from the rim, which means Cat's away from the rim. Right. And so you get this thing of now you get these big physical guards going to the lane and finishing over our little tiny guards, right? And so we're like, why do you let Castle go to the rim? Well, they're not. They're running the play. They're screening for him. And then he gets open a little bit. We recover. He's already got a step. He catches the ball, or he just puts it on the floor and uses physicality or Euro steps to get to the rim and finish. Right. By the time Cat recovers to get down there, Wemby's wide open for 3. And Cat is a second or two too late in order because the shot's already up. Right. So they did to us what we normally do to teams. What I expect out of that is the Knicks to adjust to that. It's on film now that they use the Cat offense and put Wemby in it. It's on film. So now that we have film of it, of the things that happened, you can best believe we're gonna take that away from them. What we'll probably do is back off of Wemby and dare him to take jump shots, dare him to take those 28-foot threes. And if he want to live and die on 28-foot threes all for the rest of the series, so mote it be. So mote it be. Wemby hit 17 of them. That's the only way you'll win. By hitting 17 of them threes, 15 of them threes. So mote it be. Go ahead, have at it. Help yourself. Knock yourself out. One of the other things that I noticed too, also is on their drives to the rim, when we're on their hip guarding them as they go to the rim, what I noticed is that instead of going to the rim, they go into the player and force the foul. They did that to Bridges. Bridges, you're a veteran. You got to be more aware of that, right? Like they start going to the rim, but as soon as you get on their hip, they do that James Harden just dribble. I mean, they're still going full speed, but they're dribbling into this thing to the point where Mikal Bridges is falling down, and the ref is like, Bridges, man, I got to call it, bro. I got to call it. Even though I know it's foul baiting, even though I know it's unethical basketball, I got to call it. And I got to call it because if I'm calling it for Jalen Brunson, I got to call it for them. So
I feel like Jalen Brunson didn't get any calls, though.
Yeah.
I feel like he got no whistle. Well,
It's what it feel like. It's what it feel like. Yo, Tendril is in the building. Salute. Tendril says Zach Zarba, James Williams, and Courtney. Oh no!
Oh, that's that girl.
Is Courtney Kirkland? Oh no!
It just gets worse and worse for us, It just gets worse and worse.
Let's see. No, that's a dude. That's a dude. Okay, all right. I see you. Yeah, that's a guy. All right. I thought it was the Lisa Stansfield chick. Okay. All right. All right. And listen, no disrespect to her. I'm not being disrespectful to her in that way. It's just how I remember her. It's just how I remember how y'all call my guy eyebrows. What's eyebrow? Oh man. Hey, Tory, what do you think Mike Brown's gonna do for tonight's game?
I don't know. I don't know, because I think he got a lot of different things to consider.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I think he better get back to letting the offense run through Cat.
I know that for certain.
Because what we doing in that last game wasn't it. It wasn't it. So I mean, I don't really know. Like I don't, and the reason I don't know is because, in my opinion, I don't think he needs to make 1,000,001 adjustments
Right.
because I don't think it was the San Antonio Spurs, especially not in game one and game two, that stopped us from doing anything. I think it was officiating. I think our game plan was solid. So I don't know if there's much. I don't know what adjustments he's gonna make because I don't know how they're gonna officiate the game. Like I don't. I mean, I think he'll make defensive adjustments, but I don't know what he's gonna tweak on the offenses. I have no idea. I don't know.
Jalen Brunson. I just want to say Jalen Brunson.
I
Since
think after they've looked over the tape, he'll play different.
they should. I think they'll play different. But since that Jalen Brunson, De'Aaron Fox stare down, Jalen Brunson has been fucking terrible. Terrible. Defense, offense. He's just now, in my view, and I said this to coach the other day, and I know others may not agree with me, right? But in my view, I think Jalen Brunson is hobbled, right? And the reason why I say that is, how does a guy for 4 years create space and separation against anybody in the NBA? Anybody, anyone. There is no player in the NBA that gets on the island with Jalen Brunson and lives. And then all of a sudden, San Antonio has 3 of those dudes that can guard Jalen Brunson. Right? In my view, there's something there. I don't know what, and I don't want to speak bad juju. But I've watched Jalen Brunson as a Knick for 4 years, and no one in this league has been able to guard Jalen Brunson. Man to man, zone, trap, double team, whatever it is, there's no defense to guard Jalen Brunson. And then all of a sudden, the San Antonio Spurs have 3 dudes that can guard Jalen Brunson. They couldn't guard him during the season. Right? They couldn't guard him during the season now. But all of a sudden, right now in June, in the NBA Finals, Jalen Brunson can't create separation? Listen, I'm going to leave it up to the chat. Chat, y'all tell me if I'm right or wrong, or give me your opinion on what you see. But in my view, I doubt Jalen Brunson ran out of ankles in the back. I doubt he ran out of knees in the pantry of knees in the back. I doubt that has happened. But clearly there is something going on with JB where he can't get to his spots the way that he wants to get to his spots. And it has nothing to do with Wemby either, because Jalen Brunson doesn't shoot at the rim. Jalen Brunson shoots in the mid-range. And so I can't for the life of me figure that out. But I'm hoping, whatever it is, I'm hoping JB has an extra whatever he needs in the back in order to get to the place that he needs to be at. Brahim in the building. Mr. KP was good. Tween Sam in the building. Tech was happening. Danny Landis is in the building. Marsh, what's good, man? What's happening? Who else we got? Hey, Tendrell is in the building. Salute. The Man K Podcast is in the building. Salute, y'all. Mr. KP says, I think Jalen Brunson has a masterpiece performance tonight. I hope so.
I think they pissed him off. I mean, look, if Jalen Brunson go for 45 and we win, great. If Jalen Brunson go for 4 and we win, great. Whatever happens, as long as we win. But I do think I just don't think this is a Jalen Brunson series, just like the Atlanta series, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do think that they completely pissed him all the way off. And if we even get a half a good whistle, he gonna murder these dudes.
Right.
I just hope that the murdering comes with the rest of the team. Like,
Right. Team basketball. Right. Yeah.
yeah.
That's where I am with it. I'm I don't care. It's like that Oleta Adams song. I don't care how we get there. Get here if you can. That's what I don't care how it happens. Win the chip. Win the chip. I don't care if Mitchell Robinson got to start shooting threes. Man, listen, we just win the chip. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care how absurd it sounds. Just win.
I don't care. Right. You and me. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care who the
right.
MVP is. They can give it to Deuce. They can give it to Mo at the end of the bench. I just want to win.
Just win. Just win. And what Mike Brown is not one for making drastic changes. Mike Brown is from our experience. Mike Brown is a guy that will he won't explode his adjustment on you. It'll be a nuanced change. So whatever they change, I'm sure they're not going to say it in the media, nor will they put it out there for consumption. What it is, you'll see nuances, tweaks here and there. I think there will be some. I think Wemby will have to fight for every inch of the court he gets. I think that's going to happen.
Yeah. I think he's gonna have a hard way to go today. Again, like he's had a hard way to go with the exception of game 3, which I still think they played pretty solid defense when they allowed it. So
right when they allowed it, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I'm still in a we're better than them phase. While I wholeheartedly respect that team, I think they're great. I just don't think they're better.
All right, so I'm gonna open myself up for judgment.
We shall see what happens.
I'm gonna open myself up for judgment, right? Chat. And everybody listening, it's 9:45 on the East Coast. If you got somewhere to be at 10 a.m., hey, you gotta hurry up, get your hustle on. You gotta move them puppies, so you won't be late. I don't respect the Spurs at all.
Okay.
I don't respect the Spurs. I don't respect the tanksters tanking your way to a championship. I don't respect the Lion King approach where you pick a baby cub and you raise them up in front of everybody and say, "This is your king." I don't respect that in a sport where everybody is competing, right? I don't respect the fact that NBA referees can impact the outcome of a game. I don't respect that because in competition, everything non-competitor should be equal. Refereeing, environment, all of that should be equal. That you should have teams figure it out on the floor, right? So, and when you ask me, do I respect OKC? No. The Knicks are the original blue and orange. Y'all gonna change our colors from nasty ass green, brown, and yellow and take orange and blue like it's not already taken. What's wrong with y'all? Right? I don't respect OKC. I don't respect the Spurs. I don't respect these teams that are tanking their way to the top. I don't respect. I can't because I haven't seen the Spurs go through enough. They go from not being in the playoffs to the NBA Finals, and people think there's nothing wrong here. Like how is and then on top of that, the thing I really the thing that pisses me off the most, everybody, is this. As a father of athletes, right? My great grandfather was an athlete. My grandfather was an athlete. My father was an athlete. I was an athlete. My sons used to be athletes, right? For me, there are certain sensibilities that strike home with me. And the story of Rick Brunson and Jalen Brunson strike home with me, right? You know, a former professional athlete that wasn't a star pours everything into his kid, and his kid picks up the mantle and becomes a star, not just for himself, but so his father can see the dream realized through his son's eyes. And we out here talking about a French dude that damn read poetry in the park. Yo, this NBA thing got me so damn mad. This thing got me so angry. The Knicks are doing everything the correct way. The Knicks are doing everything the correct way, and they got referees out here with 2 sets of whistles. You got one franchise that got it out of the mud, and I won't even listen. Where the Knicks were the year they drafted, they didn't even get out. They got it out of the shitter. The Knicks got it out of the shitter to make it to this place right here by doing it the right way. Did they make mistakes along the way? Absolutely, because perfection is not a perfect process. The road to perfection is not perfect. You get a kid that's the opposite of the number 1 pick, goes in the second round, could have gone undrafted. Could have gone undrafted, but a team fell in love with him. And this guy go from being too short, too slow, not athletic enough, all these different things, and works on his craft until he becomes an NBA All-Star. But the league takes the number 1 pick from a team that tanked their way to that pick, in some kind of Lion King damn moment, and holds Wemby up and says, "This is your new king." You don't give nobody else a chance. Nobody else gets a chance. And then this is happening to a franchise that hasn't been the NBA champ in 53 years, even though they are one of the original franchises. And you take their moment to have your Lion King moment. Rick Brunson, you my man.
What we not going to do is keep disparaging The Lion King. That's one of my favorite movies. you might have to find another movie. You're not going to do my man Simba like that.
They did that. They did that.
See, first of all, they didn't make him the king. They said, "This is your prince, not your king." That's not what they said. So we're gonna use another reference because The Lion King is what
I'm using The Lion King.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Using The
We're
Lion
not gonna
King.
keep this as Simba. It's not happening.
Yeah, I'm using The Lion King.
We're not doing it. All right, because we're gonna scar you in a minute. Listen, I get it. I hear you. I hear the frustration. But regardless of how the talent got there, the talent is there. All right, so I'm not gonna disrespect the talent. They got a
if the Knicks want to be the NBA champs, hey, get your team.
I mean, they got a lot to overcome, you know.
I mean, it's
I mean, but Freezie, the San Antonio Spurs are not the only team to do it. The Oklahoma City Thunder team, not the only team. This has been going on for years and years and years and years and years in the NBA. I get it. It's frustrating, right? Your team didn't go that route. We got it out the mud. But you know what? They're here. We're here. It ain't nothing we can do about it. They're here and we're here. You know. We just got to overcome a lot more than they do to get to the promised land. Well, we had the promised land. We got to get to the very top of the mountain.
Listen, that's not. So I didn't say the opposite of that. What I said is absolutely
I get it.
that. What I said is absolutely what you just said. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Regardless of how you feel about whatever, the Knicks are here right now. The fact that the Lion King ass Spurs have everybody backing them, and the Knicks have nobody backing them, nobody in their corner, and this is the most likable Knicks team you have ever seen in your life. This is and I'm talking about overall. I'm not talking about Knicks fans because I know y'all. We love the '90s Knicks. We love the '90s Knicks, right? But overall, in basketball universe, this is the most likable Knicks team that generations have ever seen. Jalen Brunson is likable. Josh Hart is likable, right? The Knicks don't come out portraying themselves as the bad guy, even though they are, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? Hey, you got anything before we wrap up?
No, I was listening to your soliloquy about about tanking in the NBA. It's pretty interesting. No, you know, good people, please be safe out there. Don't go out there acting like them fools that was beating on buses and people with Spurs jerseys. You know, if it ain't the actual Spurs, just chill. Like they fans is they fans. Just if y'all not gonna get Wembanyama, then what are y'all really doing? But on a serious note, please be safe, people. We want to see y'all back here tomorrow after this next victory. Everybody have a safe and prosperous day.
Right. Y'all heard what she said. Peace, everybody.
Yeah. Wake up, New York. Knicks fans, where you at?
We skate, work boots, lace face, the train. Same old grind, but we chase that rain.
From the curb to the core, we keep the faith.
Orange and blue on a crowded day.
Cold steps, warm heart, let the whole town know.
We've been built for the run, now we ready for the show. Hear that roar in the blocks, feel that pulse in the blocks.
We don't fold,
we don't fade,
we get loud,
we get paid. New York, stand up. Knicks fans, stand up. Wake up, champions run up. New York, stand up. Knicks fans, stand up. Blue collar.
we don't give up. Yeah, coffee in hand on the D-line ride. One more stop, got the whole team live. Uncle Freezie on the mic, let it fly.